What's up? Welcome back to the Metalhead Car Show. It has finally been confirmed. AC/DC is back. And not just are they back, they're back with a brand new tour, the 2024 Power Up Tour. Now, we did a video on this last week, but for the past week or so, they've been teasing something. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, are you ready? And what this countdown was for was the 2024 Power Up European Tour. And with the tour came this statement from AC/DC. We are thrilled to finally announce the Power Up European Tour. Angus, Brian, Stevie, Matt will be joined by Chris Chanley to carry the torch for Cliff. The tour will see us play across Germany, Italy, Spain, the Netherlands, Austria, Switzerland, England, Slovakia, Germany, France, and Ireland this summer. We can't wait to see you all there. Now, this is super exciting because, yes, we saw AC/DC play Power Trip just back in October, but this is the first real AC/DC tour since 2016. Truthfully, since 2015, but take what we can get. Now, as exciting as this announcement is, it's not without its kind of weirdness or its questions. So let's dive into those and kind of get my take on them. Now, the first one being the tour dates. Now, the tour starts in May 17th and ends in August 17th and has 21 shows in it. Which, if you're doing the math right now, yeah, that's a lot of time for only 21 shows. Now, here's some of the theories. The easiest one, the one everyone's going to go to, is the boys are getting old. They need their breaks. And with some bands, I kind of call BS on that, and they're going to get out on the road and do their thing. Now, with AC/DC, it's a little bit of a different story because the boys are getting old. I get it. Brian's 77 years old. The fact that he's doing this at all is pretty wild. But at the same time, the breaks in between shows aren't super consistent, and it's not like they're only doing weekend shows. There's Fridays missed, there's Wednesday shows in there, so I don't really see that being the best factor. And considering that this has 21 European shows, that's when the Rocker Bus Tour actually had 28, I think these gaps are there for a reason. Yes, I think the guys are going to need their break, and I think they're going to want their break on the road. So I don't think there's going to be any real back-to-back shows, but I do think they're leaving space open for high-demand shows. So if they need it, they can add in another Italy show, they can add in another UK show, they have the time to do that. Worst case scenario, they don't end up doing that and the boys get their break. Best case scenario, the shows sell out, which, let's face it, they're going to, and they can add in another tour date while still giving the guys their rest. The next one being, is this still AC/DC? Now, the question comes up with just the lack of original members in the band. Yes, you've Brian Johnson, yes, you've Angus Young, and for a lot of people, myself included, that's gonna be enough. And returning from the Rocker Bus Tour, you still have Stevie Young in the band, who did a top-notch job last time. But with Cliff Williams stepping down from touring just from health complications, I just don't think he wants to tour anymore, and Phil Rudd not touring with AC/DC anymore, people are starting to question a little bit. Now, Matt Lung's replacing Phil Rudd, and Matt Lung actually did Power Trip with AC/DC, but also Chris Chanley is replacing Cliff Williams, and those two actually work together, so the chemistry there should actually work really well for AC/DC. Do I see AC/DC as a cover band? No, there are so many other bands who are doing this so much worse than AC/DC. If it was just Brian or just Angus as the original members, maybe, but I think since those two are still there and Stevie Young's still touring with them, I think this is just fine. And the next question that's popped up was, why is this the Power Up Tour? With their age and their kind of lack of touring through, well, every single year since like their early 90s, why not kind of make this the unofficial farewell tour or something along those lines? See, it's kind of simple. See, Power Up came out in 2020. And when that album came out, they were actually planning on doing a 2020 tour of Power Up. But as said in previous videos, well, 2020 happened. The tour got pushed, and let's be completely real, booking what's going to be an AC/DC world tour takes a lot of planning and logistics. This tour probably took, well, not probably, definitely took years to rebook. So yes, AC/DC very well could have made the "We're back, bitches" tour, and it would have sold great, nobody would have questioned it. But the fact that they actually want to go and do the Power Up Tour and give that album the time it deserves is actually super cool to me. I'm not stupid. I know there's a lot of fans who just want to go here, Back in Black, Highway to Hell, See the Cannons Go Off, and For Those About to Rock, Go Home. And they don't really care for newer material. And you know what? AC/DC knows this. They're also not stupid. So with all that knowledge, the fact they still want to go out and tour on Power Up is kind of showing how much they like the album. They just want to give it its time. And truly, yes, when I was doing my last AC/DC video, it was in the back of my mind that this could be it. This could be the farewell tour, and this could be the last time we see them. And you know what? That very well may be true, but I'm not going to be the person to kind of go and say, this is the end of every single cool band we love. So will this be the end? I don't know. Time will tell. Let's just go enjoy them while we can. And last little bit, no one's talking about this, but you're on the Metalhead Car Show, so we talk about this, and that is the set list. So I want to start with looking back at Power Trip. When they did that, they did a 24-song set list. But also, when they did that, they were just doing one show. They could go sleep in the next day and take the entire week to recover, and they don't need to worry about that again. So, seeing there are some gaps in the schedule, and they are going to be back into kind of a touring mode, they might do that, but I won't be too shocked if the set list is closer to 20 songs than it is 24. And also, what are they going to be playing? Well, as we've seen from the end of the Rock or Bust tour and, well, Power Trip, they are getting back into putting kind of oddball songs into the set. I don't expect a whole lot because this is AC/DC we're talking about, but I think it's going to be a little bit of oddball, the hits, and new material. And speaking of new material, I think they're going to do more on this tour they did at Power Trip, since this is the official Power Up tour, but I don't think they're going to do a whole lot. When they did the Rock or Bust tour, I think they only did at max 4 songs, maybe actually 3. I think it was like Rock or Bust, Play Ball, and Baptism by Fire. They may have pulled out one more song with Axl Rose, and they did, it's this one, but I'm not holding my breath for it. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the rest of the world. We know this isn't going to be just a 21-show European tour. We know they're going to play the rest of the world. We know they're coming to your city. So what I'm predicting right now is the next month or two, we're going to see a couple more European dates pop up. Maybe not a crazy amount, but a couple more pop up. Maybe by April or May, we're probably going to see the North American tour announced and likely some South American dates as well. And of course, we're going to hear about Australia. They might get around to Asia. There could be a second European run. Who knows? But for the time being, I think we're going to see a little bit more Europe, North America, South America, and Australia. But I want to know, what do you think? What songs do you want to hear AC/DC play? Where do you want to see them play? And purely out of curiosity, how many times have you seen AC/DC, or is this going to be your first time? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, subscribe, if you enjoyed what you've seen. I post on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, and I'll see you later.